everyone, it's Doris, otherwise known as Nitty Nina, and welcome to another episode of the Nitty Nina Diaries. Very excited to be back here with all of you. It's March, the beginning of spring. I'm so excited. I actually did not get the opportunity to record in February. I know I uploaded an episode in January, but February got away from me. And so be it, here I am. I have missed you. I cannot wait to hear how you've been. Tell me all about what your spring projects on the needles are. What did you finish in winter? I can't wait to hear all about it. So please make sure to jot and comment below and let me know what you've been up to. I am thrilled to pieces. I have lots to show you. You're going to notice a color theme, pretty much, which is red. I think I was all about Valentine's and in February, so you're going to see a lot of red. But before I start showing you anything, let me just tell you what I'm wearing today. And I had to look at my notes here. This was back, I did this a while ago. This was, it's called Spring Fling by the Petite Knitter. And I just love it. I did it short sleeve. It's perfect for spring. It kind of starts, kind of getting that spring vibe. The neck is a little too wide for me. I wish I could have maybe made it a little shorter or cast on less. But nevertheless, I still love it. It's beautiful. The yarn is outstanding. It was, Green Mountain, yarn. And Green Mountain Spinnery Cotton Comfort, and I did it with a US 5 needle. I talk a lot about this sweater on episode 25, so I'll make sure to link it down below so you guys can take a look at it if you're interested in more details. But again, it's the Spring Fling, or Spring Fling by the Petite Knitter. Okay, so every year I come up with a little knitting journal that I like to put aside. I stamp it. I just make cute little drawings in it. I just get a notebook and do it. So this one I wanted to show you is going to be my 2025 notebook, and I added these little really cute stickers. And let me show you what I did. I put, every time I get a purchase or something that I like, a sticker that comes in, I put it in there. And I thought that was cute. And then I did a cover page of 2025 with little leaves. I kind of drew that in there. And I titled it Knitting Journal. And so I'm going to start recording everything I've done. As you can see, I add like little stamps here and there, kind of the notes of what I did, just a bunch of little things. I have to show you. I found a stamp. Oh, this one, it was so cute. Right here, a little knitting needle, a little typewriter. Look at that, isn't that adorable? These actually stamps, these three that you see here, plus the house, I found those at Joann's. When they announced they were closing, you know, I went out there and, you know, there's mixed reviews out there of what is at a really good price. I haven't been there since they did the massive, I guess, 40% across the board. But when I went, some things were 40%. The yarn, not too much. The fabric, maybe 30%. But the stamps, these stamps that I found, these are usually like $5.99, $6.99. I think I bought these for $1 each. So very well worth it. So when I saw the knitting needles, I had to get it, and the typewriter and that beautiful little kind of whatchamacallit, little camping bus. This one's really cute too. Well, I think I had that one already. Anyway, so this is my knitting journal, and I wanted to kick it off with what I finally finished, and you might have seen the beginnings of this in January. This is a self-drafted pattern I did, and I haven't named it, but here it goes. Let me show it to you. The yarn was Jagger Heather Spun, and here it is in its final glory. I am so happy. I wish I could have finished this for Christmas or for January, but I didn't get a chance to. And I did the chart. I designed it in Stitch Fiddle, and I think it turned out pretty. I like it. I'll tell you about the yarn. The yarn was Jagger Heather Spun. It was the 6 1/8 cone, 6/8. And so Jagger Spun was going out of business a while ago. Their main store in Maine, and then online I think they were getting really huge discounts. This was a while ago, so you might want to check them out. They might have something still. But I got 2 cones of this beautiful red color called Holly Berry. And if you look at it, it's got like these little speckles of maybe like navy blue. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So the red is Holly Berry, and this cream color that I used for the neckline and the cuff and the color work is called Edelweiss. And I did the body and the color work in US 6, and then I did the hem and the cuffs on a US 5. So I started this December 2024, and I completed it on January 2025. When I uploaded that episode in January, you saw me starting. You saw, like, I don't know where I was, maybe up here. And I talk a lot about the yarn, so you might want to check that out. But yeah, so I finally finished it, blocked it. I did a curled hem, a curled top here, like the neckband, and then I had done the same thing, the curled, for the sleeves. But when I saw it, I really didn't like it. If I have a picture of it and I find it, I'll pop it here. So I kind of ripped it out and decided to go with a ribbing. So I'm so happy I did that, because it just did not look good. And then I only did the cream here, the Edelweiss here and here, but I did not do it for the band. I did not do that for the band. So it's pretty much, as you can see, I love it. I can't wait to wear it next Christmas. The other thing I wanted to show you was I did a tubular bind off. I hope you can see it. And that just turned out so pretty. It was a 2x2 rib, then I converted it to a 1x1, and then I did the tubular bind off. But it gives it such a nice detail. So yeah, I'm thrilled to pieces with it. I put a little label on it with my name, and yeah, I can't say enough about it. So again, love it. Self-drafted. I took a lot of notes, but I can't wait to wear it. I think should I do a pattern, but I'm kind of a novice, if you will, designing. I have maybe some patterns out there, maybe 2 or 3, but like scarves and shawls, but sweaters I don't. I'd have to learn a little bit more about scaling, but for other sizes. But I kind of go along and try it on, and then write a little note on what I did. So I have definitely a lot of notes that maybe I can either write it out. Maybe, I don't know, send it to a tech editor to see if they can help me, you know, or pay for a tech editor to help me with the scaling. Food for thought. But it is finally done. And yay, yay, yay. I am so excited. I like the little detail here that I did with the increases. Just that little kind of V there. So that is that. Finished. And it's going to go in a box and well protected until I could wear it next Christmas. It'll be really nice to do so. So yeah, that was my self-drafted pattern. The next thing I want to show you that I finished is, and bear with me as I look down, reading my notes here, is what I did my Valentine's socks for myself. And here they are in all their glory. Has like that pinkish red. I had to depill them a little bit because I wore them maybe 2 or 3 times and they were starting to pill. So I wanted to peel them off. Hopefully they don't look too pilly here on screen. This is a German shadow short row heel by Earth Tones Girls tutorial. Love it. Ever since I learned how to do this heel, I'm in love with it. I mean, I was all about doing the heel flap and gusset in all my socks and the partridge heel, which I totally love. But you know what? Her tutorial on this, especially when it's with striped socks, just is so beautiful because you really get to, you really take advantage of those color combinations and the beauty of self-striping. So the yarn, the main yarn, color yarn, is Area 51 Fibers. It's a fingering sock yarn, 80% superwash and 20% nylon. It comes in a 213 yards, 195 meter skein. And the color was a vintage rose. And I knitted these on a US 1 needle. I cast it on 64 stitches with actually the blue color here. So the blue that I did for the cuff and the toe is actually Lancava Mineo sock yarn. This is the yarn I did my green Fair Isle socks with the little white flowers. It's the same sock yarn, and it's a 75 superwash with 25 polymed, and the color is 656 blue navy. So I cast it on 64 stitches with the blue, and I did a 2x2 rib for around 14 rows. And then I started with the Area 51 fibers, and I did 17 block stripes before I split for the shadow wrap short heel. And just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm really excited. And they're just very happy. Very happy. So that is that, my Valentine's Day socks. The next finished object that I have for you is a hat. I was playing around in Stitch Fiddle still, and I was kind of doing a design of a flower. But this hat that I self-drafted, fortunately the colors of the pattern kind of blended in with the background. So I'll show you in a second, but let's talk about the yarn I used. I found these in my stash, and I said, you know what? I'm really, really liking these. And these are tones from Brooklyn Tweed Tones yarn. And these are the colors that I kind of found. This is a beautiful blue. This is a worsted weight 140 yard skein. It is a 4.5, 5 stitches per inch, a US 7/9 needle. and it is tones. It's the American Columbia wool line. So I found, let me put the blue away because you can see it. So I had this beautiful green. Let me show you the green. So the blue, did I say the blue? The blue color is, I think it's called Stonewash. Okay, it's called Stonewash. This one is Stonewash. The next one is Granita, which is like this mint green. The next one is Baseline, which is a beautiful gray. And the pink one is Wallflower. So I kind of liked these colors. They're very pastel-y. I was just kind of thinking something nice and soft. And then I found this on my stash, and I said, you know what? This would go beautiful with it. So I saw these, and I didn't have a label, but they're so beautiful. I don't know where I got these. But look at how beautiful they would look, just the colors. So I did color work with this against the pink, and because this has a lot of pink in it too, the pink kind of disappears within the pattern, so you won't be able to see the flower that I wanted to do. But I wanted to show you the yarn, and let me show you the hat. So this is it. See, you really can't appreciate it. They're supposed to be flowers like this. So I might do this hat again in a different, with different yarn that you could actually see the contrast. But I mixed it up, the colors. I did the green minty, then I did the pink that I showed you. The green again was the mint green Granita. Then the background here, pink, was the wallflower color. With that skein that I told you I found, I started doing the Fair Isle, and I ended it up with blue. The blue, which was Stonewash. And I just think it turned out cute. I put a beautiful little green pom-pom. I thought it turned out really, really cute. Let me show you the floats. See, I did a lot of floats. And it's a shame because you can't really appreciate. See all the floats? And then I put a button for the pom-pom. My friend Sheila told me about the button. I was usually sewing my pom-poms, but she's so right. She's like, you know, you just have to put a button, put the strings through the button and tie it, and then you can remove it if you want to wash it. So yeah, so here's the Brooklyn Tweed Tones beanie. I cast it on 96 stitches. Oh, I should say that the reference pattern that I used, it's a free pattern, and I'll write it down here. It's Vedka Knit Simplicity Fair Isle Hat. It's a free knitting pattern. And I took kind of the basis for that to do the hat. And I'll put that again in my notes below. But I just thought it turned out really, really cute. And I love the green. So that is that. I am going to change batteries because I can see that my battery is going to die. So bear with me and I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'm back. Before I show you the next project, I forgot to tell you something that I wanted to share with you regarding that Christmas sweater. And I have it right here. So, when I blocked this sweater, see the cream and the red? I was afraid that the red might bleed. I did a little bit of a test and you could see a little bleeding of the color. And I was afraid that I was going to get all this beautiful color work all kind of tarnished. Not tarnished, but kind of all messed up with the red. And you know, it would really be a shame because there's so much beautiful color work here in that color Edelweiss. So I did some research, and here's what I did, and I wanted to share it with you. You might know about this, you might not, but I kind of researched, and I found this product called Synthropol. It's a concentrated surfactant. It's great for hand-dyed fabrics, and they use them in dye baths for even dye results. And you can use this before dyeing to remove sizing or remove excess dye from hand-dyed fabrics. So this is what I used. I put kind of like, I don't know if you can see this. My lighting isn't the best today. So I used this, and it was kind of like a soap. I did like maybe, wearing gloves in a pot or sink, add 1 teaspoon per gallon very hot water, wash for 5 minutes, rinse well, and dry. And it really, really worked. I did this, and I combined it with 2 sheets of Shout, the color catcher, and put 2 sheets of this, and I would say 1.5 teaspoons of this. And let me tell you something. Nothing whatsoever. This did not bleed. I mean, you can even see how crisp the cream looks. It did not bleed at all. So very happy about that. And I wanted to share that with all of you in case you have a project that you're afraid is going to bleed in your wash. And you have, especially if you have other colors, contrasting colors that might affect the bleeding of each of the colors into the next. So I wanted to share that with you. Let me look at my notes now. So, and then the next project that I finished, well, almost finished, I should say, because I still have to put buttons on it and put my little kind of name label on it, is going to be a gift for an older lady I know, who's been a sweetheart. I think I've talked about her in my past episodes. Her husband is the man that taught my dad how to fly. My dad, for a hobby, flew Cessnas and Beechcrafts. And this gentleman, Paul, was his instructor, and they became very good friends. And he passed away right after my dad passed away, maybe within 6 months. And I've been talking a lot to June, his wife, and she's such a sweetheart. And so I wanted to make her something special. And I showed her the picture of the Felix cardigan. I haven't done one for myself, and I'm definitely going to redo this pattern because I just thought the pattern was so much fun. It's a pattern designed by Emmy Christophers, and she chose the color, and she gave me all her measurements. So I really focused in doing this extremely custom to the length of her arm, the width of her arms, the underneath the arm to the waist. She has kind of a shorter, short length here. She wants to wear it for dresses. So it was truly a consultative interview with her in terms of, hey, what are you thinking? What are you envisioning? Do you want a pullover? Do you want a cardigan? What color? Give me your measurements, your cuff measurements, everything. So here it is, and again, I have not put the buttons on it, and I did it with, again, the Jagger spun yarn, and this color is their cherry color, which is a very bright, I can't even think today, a very bright red, cherry red. So here it is, and it is finished. See how it's kind of a shorter from here to here? So she's kind of a shorter person, and I kind of cast it on. I have so many notes on this. I cast it on for a smaller size on the neck, and then when I got to the sleeves, the difference of the neck size, whereas the sleeves was the stitches that I casted on when I started the sleeve again. So they were a little wider for her. And then I finished with a 2x2. The pattern calls for a 1x1, but I really like a 2x2 better. I don't know why. I think it looks prettier. So I did the 2x2 on the hem, on the neck, on the cuff, and on the hem in the bottom. And then I did, you can start seeing it from here, I did a tubular bind off in all, I don't know, it's not focused, there it is, in all of the finishes of the ribbing. Let me show you that. There you go. I think it just turned out really, really pretty. So it's already blocked. And it's just these beautiful kind of eyelets. I mean, obviously this pattern's been very famous. A lot of people have done it, Felix pullover, the cardigan, but I actually love it. I might do one for myself. And then here's the button band that I have already marked where I'm going to do the buttons. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I aligned it with the button hole. I even did, here's the tubular bind off for the button band. And it just gives it such a finishing look, in my opinion. Such a professional look. I have to put my little label, and then I just picked some cherry red buttons. Really make it just exactly like the sweater. Nothing really special. Just to blend in, because it's all about the color she wanted, right? So her birthday's coming up in April. She doesn't know I finished it, so I cannot wait to send it to her. I'll take pictures once I've done the buttons and I've done the little label and everything. I'll take pictures of it. But again, the Felix cardigan is done, and it turned out really pretty, and I cannot wait for her to receive it in the mail. I hope it fits her. That's all I can say. I just hope it fits her, because all that going back and forth, and she was taking measurements and taking her favorite t-shirts and shirts and sweaters, and it was just like we were back and forth many of times doing sizing, right, so it could fit. So anyway, that's that. And that concludes kind of the projects that I did in February that I finished. So now let me move forward and show you what I'm currently working on. And I will start with a kind of tee, short sleeve tee that I wanted to do for spring. Do I have the yarn here? Oh yes, I do. Forgive me. So when I was at Joann's that time that I told you, I found this yarn, and I definitely took it with me because it was so soft, and I was really impressed. So I wanted to do something like springy, summery, maybe linen or cotton, but you know that cotton can be a little harsh in your hands. And I found this Lion brand cotton jeans, 100% cotton. Let me show it to you. And it is so absolutely soft. I mean, it doesn't even feel like cotton. It is a 100-gram ball, 3.5 ounces, 218 yards. US 6 recommended needle for a 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter 4x4 swatch. And the color is absolutely gorgeous. It's that truly blue jean. So I said, you know what? I want to make myself a tee. And I went around looking for patterns, and I decided to go with, and I'll put a picture of it, the Toasted Tea by the Crab Bear. And such a great designer, a young designer, and she's got some really cute patterns. So I decided to go with that. Here's my notes. I have to show you this stamp I did because it was so cute. Did you see the little stamp with the little kitty cat? I stamped it right there in a little heart. So I decided to do that with a US 7. And she has, in the pattern, she gives you like a second copy when you buy the pattern, which gives you suggestions of what you can do, right? You can, stripe it, you can modify different designs on it. So my vision was, I wanted to do, and I couldn't find it because my inspiration was a t-shirt I had gotten from J. Crew a while ago. I'll look for it next time in the episode. I'll show it to you. It was just like a gray t-shirt with little daisies. It was so cute. And I said, you know what? That's what I want to do. I want to do like a nice little blue, maybe with embroidery. So I decided to go with the blue. And the question is, will I actually embroider the daisies or put daisies on it, like already embroidered daisies? So more on that in the future episode as I'm deciding what to do. But I wanted to show you my progress, and I'm really enjoying this yarn. And here it is in all its glory. It is so pretty. So pretty. I have done a lot. So look at that. The ribbing turned out really pretty, and this is 1x1. This yarn does a beautiful 1x1 ribbing, and look at, I have not even blocked it yet, and look at how beautiful the stitch definition is with this yarn. Again, this is a US 7, and I mean, I've done a lot already. The other thing I wanted to tell you about this is that I decided, and this is the first time I ever do this, I decided to do bust darts because I'm a little heavier in the bust section, and I did my first time doing bust darts, and you can see some of the darts here. So when I put it on, you can see how it has like a little cup. And I've been trying it on as I go. See, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this is one side. And you can see here the bust darts. So hopefully it'll look good. Hopefully it'll come out okay. Again, I've never done bust darts. But I figured to try it. She links in that second PDF that you get with the pattern. She links Coco Knits, just a short video on YouTube that Coco Knits has that talks about somehow kind of calculating, where you're going to start the dart, how large you're going to start the dart, and you do short rows back and forth in the front to create kind of that extra cup section where your bust is really going to fit comfortably there. And then you continue with the normal sweater size that you're doing. So it allows, again, for your bust to have that section kind of defined, if you will. Not really that you want to define it. I don't know if that's the right word. But the shirt at the end of the day is not going to like crop up or down. The back's not going to crop up because you've accommodated for that bust area. So really happy with it. I'll tell you how it goes. But I am really, really loving it. I think it's going to turn out really pretty. And then more to come on this. Hopefully I'll have this finished by April. And we'll talk about what I decide to do. I'm thinking daisies all around. So that's going to be that. And if they don't look good, I can remove them and just keep it just blue. But it is such a happy blue. So that is a toasted tee by the Crabea, and I'm using again the Lion brand cotton denim, 100% cotton, and super, super soft. So the next project that I have here for you is a pair of socks, and let me show you the yarn first. I'm still working on it. And this is with the online German sock, Super Sock Island color. It's a 150 gram ball. It's made in Italy. And the color, they don't have a name. Well, it says Island color. But here, I'll give you these numbers here in the back in case. And then it's on online Super Sock, and here it is. It's got blues and greens and grays and red and burgundy. Very, very beautiful. And this is what I have so far. And do I have notes here? Yes. So I'm doing this on a 2.5 needle, a millimeter needle, or a 3 US, and I cast it 72 stitches. This is going to be for a male person, I know. My friend Sally, her husband, they don't watch the show, so I'm safe to say this. His birthday, he's having a big milestone birthday coming up. So I wanted to knit him a pair of socks, and he's always been so kind to me. So, and his wife, Sally, I mean, she has plenty of socks that I've done in the past as well. But I wanted to do something for him. So I just think these colors look very kind of male, you know. Did I hit my camera? Forgive me if I did. Ah, that's what happened. Excuse me. So, cast on 72 stitches. I did 7 inches for the leg, and then again I did that German Shadow short row heel by Earth Tones Girl, and just beautiful. And obviously, to replicate the second pair, I make a lot of notes, like how long this is by the time I started casting on, with how many rows of this first color I have, and then how many rows of this last color before I kind of split. But look at that blue. Isn't that blue gorgeous? Oh, I'm loving that blue. With the green, Kelly green. Oh, so gorgeous. So I did 7 inches, I said, before I started with the heel. And then I'm doing the shadow wrap heel over, dividing those, the half of 72 is 36. And I'm doing the back and forth over those 36 in divisions of 3 blocks of 12 stitches each. So yeah, it's turning out really nice. So I still have ways to go, but I'll get it done. So that is that. And then the online color, the online sock. That's my second project that I'm currently working on. Who am I, right? I'm usually like a monogamous knitter. I only knit one thing. But I recently met a lady. I'm going to give her a shout out, Vicky. And she showed me such beautiful projects that she was working on. And she just got me inspired. I mean, I was totally like, okay, now I want to start casting on everything. Which reminds me, she had, what was it called? The Weekender in a beautiful orange tweed. Oh, it looked so pretty on her. So I've decided that I think that's what I'm going to cast on. I want to do it in a really vibrant pink fuchsia. More to come on that, but she got me really inspired. So the next project that I cast it on, I went into my stash and I found this beautiful, I had 3 skeins of this. And I don't even know if, I don't think they're still in business anymore, but I'll still show it because it's what I'm using. It's called Lorna's Laces Hand-Dyed Yarns. And again, look at those colors. It has the blue, it has a green, it has a navy blue, chocolate. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. And this is 100% superwash merino, 200 yards. So I have 600 yards of this, 3 skeins, right? And then they give you US 4 recommended needle for a 6-stitch, 1-inch gauge. So that's what I have in the color. Oh, I got this in Natural Stitches. I know where that is. I got this in Pittsburgh, a store called Natural Stitches, way back when I used to drive out there for business. I used to make a note that before I left, coming back home, I would stop by their store. Really cute store. And this color is Shepherd Sport 208 Edgewater. So, let me show you what I am making. Oh, you know what? Oh, yes. Oh, I broke my needle. My heart breaks. I just noticed that I broke my Chai-Gu wooden needle. I must have stepped on it. Oh, I'm so sad. Here it is. Oh, that is a bummer. See it? I cracked it in... I don't know if you can see it. I cracked it. Bummer. Well, I'll have to look for another US 5. I don't have that many US 5 needles. But anyway, so be it. I decided to cast on the Sophie shawl. Finally jumped on that wagon, right? It's been knitted then some everywhere. But I'm not really following a specific side. What I've decided to do, well, let me show it to you. So here's obviously the beginning. Oh, I think that is so pretty. Just love the colors. The color is so pretty. It is just so pretty. So what I'm going to do, I just started knitting and increasing. And then I am going to do, so I told you I had 3 skeins, right? Of 200 yards each. So I'm going to do 1.5 skeins until the middle of the scarf, and then I'm going to do the other 1.5 skeins and start decreasing for the end, all the way to the end, and see what size I get. That's how I'm going to do it. Might be big, might be, I mean, obviously it's not a small one. Sorry, my row counter just fell. Obviously it's not going to be a small one, but it will be a nice size. I just think the colors are so pretty. So let's see what happens. So that is my project that I'm working. I'm really bummed that my needles broke. You know what? I remember that something fell and I had my slippers on and I must have stepped. I heard a crack. You're like, I wonder what that was. And you're like, nah, I didn't crack. I didn't break anything. It was this. I broke that needle. So be it. I will replace it. And yeah, so this is the Sophie shawl. And I think it's just, I just love the colors. I put a stitch marker on the side to ensure it's the even side where I am going to be doing that increase. But I definitely love that kind of I-cord kind of look on the corner. So it's turning out really pretty. So that is that. And let's see, what else do I have for you? Actually, nothing. I think I covered everything that I wanted to show you today. Yeah, that's all I've got for you today. So, very happy to have joined you here in the month of March. Again, so happy to be with all of you. Please leave me a comment down below, and again, let me know what your spring projects are. A lot of knitters are also gardeners, so perhaps you can tell me what you're gardening. Hopefully you're getting good weather. I'm starting to see nice weather here in the East Coast. We're in the 50s, high 50s, almost 60 today. So that's pretty impressive. Although it's raining. It's just dreary raining. But hopefully next week we're going to get plenty of sun, maybe 2 days. So I'm looking forward to hopefully going outside and maybe sit and knit a bit. And continue on my current progress on my whips here. And I look forward to seeing you all back in the next episode. And until then, happy making, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao, everyone. Bye.